Yeah, and there's girls from like far north Queensland. There's a few Koori girls coming from New South Wales, a girl coming from Darwin. So we're all over the shop. When you're playing for culture and you're playing for your mob, you're out there with your sisters running out in the field. But the camp leading up to it, we're learning about each other's culture, and we learn a dance from the country that we're on, which is really exciting. And we're all repping our last names on our back, which is really exciting.
Welcome back here on Sandy Bay Media for another episode. I'm joined by some of the Indigenous players over at Peninsula Power in Queensland, Australia. We're going to have a chat with them about the last couple of weeks and how it's going, but also we're going to have a chat about the Indigenous football tour that's happening on the 5th of March. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Awesome. Well, Kirli, it's fantastic to have you back on once again.
Thank you.
Let's get a bit of an introduction before we kick things off.
Yeah, so my name is Kirli Phillips. I'm a Gumbaynggirr woman from the Northern Rivers of New South Wales. This is my first year playing for Peninsula Power, signing with them, and my second year with the Australian Indigenous Koalas team.
I'm Jacinta Missel. I'm from the Northern Territory, and I've signed up for Peninsula Power for this season.
Brilliant.
Hi, my name is Juliana Bree Cook, and I'm from Cairns. I'm a Cook-Yalanji woman and also a Gungalita woman from Mount Isa. And this is my first year signing with Peninsula Power and also the Australian Koalas.
That's awesome to hear that. It looks like it's going to be a very exciting year. Seeing 3 Indigenous players in one team all together, that must be something else, or should just be, I guess, an extra level of community spirit there. Caroline, would you say?
Yeah, there definitely is. Like, especially when I see the 2 girls out training and stuff, we always give each other like a quick little hello and a smile. And I know, we do play. We're in a minority when we play in the football field. So I know that we're a really tight-knit community, and when we're all out in the field, we really do look after each other and make sure that some of the pressures are laid off just by helping out with each other.
No, that's fantastic to hear that. And so, JB, what has the last couple of weeks been like for yourself?
It's been very different with the 3 nights training, but with Kirli and Jacinta support, it's been really good with seeing them every night at training and just like having them to support you. It's been really good. Also with the other girls on the team.
That's fantastic to hear that. But we were speaking a little bit earlier. There's a bit of an interesting story with yourself coming to Penn Power and what's happening there.
So when I was living in Cairns, I played for TSP, which is a talent support program. And also Leichhardt Lions, the Premier League in Cairns. And then I got requested from Wayne Alberts to play for the Sunshine Coast Goannas. So he signed me over to the Sunshine Coast Goannas, and I got to play with them in the November tournament. And then there is when I met Alex, and he actually coached me in that team for the first couple of days.
Okay.
And he seen me play and then talked to me and my dad about coming and signing for Peninsula Power for 2022.
That's awesome.
So, yeah,
to hear that.
I am.
And Kirli and Jacinta, you have a bit of a similar story to that as well, of how you ended up at Penn Power.
Yeah, very similar. Like, I played in the same comp with my Gender Magic team. And I, was aware that there was a few scouts and coaches looking to sign and do some new recruiting. And that's when I first met Alex. I heard really, really good things about his coaching and, his professional football life as well. So it was a no-brainer to come over and, be coached by him.
That's brilliant to hear that. And Jacinta?
So I played for the Indigenous Koalas last year, and we played against Peninsula Power, and I guess through some connections through there, I was able to get noticed and then come down to play this year.
Oh, that's great to hear that. And obviously knowing Alex Smith himself, he's got a fantastic eye for talent. So that would have been a great bit of recognition to being told by, hey, a professional player that, you've got talent and we want you at our club.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's almost like a little bit scary, a little bit daunting, thinking that, like he wanted us to come play in his team. So, yeah, it's exciting. I think we're really excited for this year.
That's awesome to hear that. And obviously, Queensland Indigenous Football are running this tour once again where, there's scouts and things like that happening once again.
Yeah.
Great to hear that. And Jacinda, just going back to yourself, how has the last couple of weeks gone for you?
Yeah, it's been good. So I came down towards the start of February, and I'd been trying to get into training. However, it's been a bit choppy as after I came down, I did get struck with COVID and had to take a week off. And then, coming back, and then the weather as well has been putting off some training. So, the most I've really gotten is just 1 week where I've actually gone in and had 3 days of training.
Yep.
But it's been good.
That's awesome to hear that. And I mean, it looks like you're getting that. That's great to hear that. And Kirli, as you mentioned, just having Alex there and sort of brings that level of professionalism. What has that been like for yourself and sort of that intensity that stepped it up this year?
So coming from the league below, the intensity of training has really lifted. So the coaching staff, Alex, Mick and Paul, have been super professional. We've had a very successful preseason already going against an NPL team and another team that's in our league as well.
Yep.
But there's been a really good balance between, playing football, but also having lots of fun. I know Alex has set out his expectations and goals for the team, and we've all done our own individual goals and expectations. So we all know what our roles and responsibilities are leading into the season, which is really good.
No, it's great to hear that. And JB, yourself?
Coming from local comp, it is way different, very different. The higher the intensity, the girls training, everyone is just a whole nother level. And I think moving down to Brisbane was a better choice, just getting out of Cairns and coming to a new environment so that I can be better in my soccer and my football. And also the coaching from Mick and Alex and Paul is, really good.
That's great to hear that. And it's just fantastic to see young players like yourself that are willing to step out of their comfort zone and challenge themselves.
Yeah.
That's great. And Jacinda, we were talking a little bit beforehand, and there was a preseason game that you played. How did you go and how did you find that?
Yeah, it was good. I'd only had one previous training session with the girls, and then so going onto the pitch, I was a bit nervous as I had no idea how everyone played. But for a first game, as a team against a different club, it was great to see what the girls were able to bring in, and the team was just bonding on that pitch very well. So I'm looking forward to the season and how everyone just gels together on the pitch, really.
No, that's definitely exciting, and it already looks like it's coming together. So it'd be great to see and hear when we speak in the next couple of months how that's come along. Okay, well, let's have a look at the Indigenous tour that's happening in the 5th of March this week. Yeah. Already in March. It's hard to believe, but it's happening in March. Let's have a look at what last year was like in the tournament. Kirli?
It's really exciting. The game on the Saturday is just the highlight. There's a big group of girls. I'm pretty sure most of them are all the same girls from last year, except for a few new faces. But it's just the camp leading up to it. You learn a lot about your peers, your teammates. You learn a lot about your coaching staff. And you start to get coached by, elite players like Travis Dodd, who I'm sure that we've all looked up to as he scored that first goal as an Indigenous player. But it's just it's really fun. It's exciting.
No, it definitely is. And I could imagine just looking at the lineup of teams that are there in that game, it's a wide range of talent that's going to be on show.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent. It's a huge, it's a big between, some of us girls at MPL or FQPL 1. But yeah, the talent's insane.
That's awesome to see. And JB and Jacinda, obviously you were involved with it in the tournament last year. How did you find it, and what was that like?
It was an amazing experience last year coming up. Yeah, I was able to learn a lot from especially the girls, because I'm from the NT and came down here learning about the land and the different cultures that are down here. It was similar but different. So it was really nice to hear about it.
That's awesome to hear that. And JB?
So this is my first year on the Australian Koalas team, but everything that Kirli has told me, I'm looking forward to going and meeting all the girls, playing against them, meeting new people, meeting the coaches, and excited to run out on the pitch on Saturday, play with the girls. Yeah.
That definitely is exciting, and it sounds like, as we mentioned, it's going to be a fantastic event. And Kirli, it's what it sounds like, and what it is. It's more of a community event. So it's more of a community event to bring everyone together, rather than just being about football.
Yeah, that's exactly right. When you're playing for culture and you're playing for, your mob, you're out there with your sisters running out in the field. But the camp leading up to it, we're learning about each other's culture, and we learn a dance from the country that we're on, which is really exciting. And, we're all repping our last names on our back, which is really exciting.
No, it definitely is, because, obviously looking at just this sheer size of Queensland, it is massive. So everyone is always spread out across the country.
Yeah, and there's girls from Far North Queensland. There's a few Koori girls coming from New South Wales. A girl coming from Darwin. So we're all over the shop.
No, that's awesome to hear that. And just before we wrap up, so obviously JB just mentioned what she was looking forward to. Jacinda, what would you be looking forward to in this tournament, or just being part of it?
Yeah, I'm just excited to see what the girls will bring out for this year. Really, yeah.
That's brilliant to hear that. And can we just before we wrap up, any final notes?
Oh no, I just want to on behalf of Queensland Indigenous Football and on behalf of Peninsula Power, thanking you for shining light on our game and our tournament that's happening next month. And I know that you'll be there to support our Peninsula Power throughout the season. So yeah, we're grateful for you for doing that.
No, appreciate that. No, we're definitely keen to follow it, and think as I said the other day, both Damien and the board at Queensland Indigenous Football are doing a fantastic job, and we just, we're just glad to be part of it, and what we can do. And obviously the gap this year, knowing Alex and Mick, they'll be doing another fantastic job and just pushing the team and the club further.
Yeah.
Well, look, thank you everyone for joining us and having a chat about the Indigenous Football Tour that's happening later this week, as well as having a chat about Penn Power. And it's an exciting time ahead, and we're looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.